going to go into the awards ceremony. We have a bunch of people that need to be recognized for their accomplishments in New York State bowling, whether it's through service or bowling in itself. And to lead us in that presentation, I'd like to introduce your MC, Barry V. from Rochester. He's a director, the president of the Rochester USBC. He's also a radio personality in Rochester and a multimedia journalist for Spectrum. Barry?
Thanks, Roger. Good afternoon, everybody. I am very excited to be here with you this afternoon. This will be a live presentation, so we'll have a little bit of fun with it as well. We're going to get right into the program. I know you've been waiting for the last half hour, but certainly that networking time probably used to your advantage and get to meet and talk with people you haven't seen or been with in quite a long time. Right off the bat, we've got the Service to Youth, and the presenter for that will be Tom Salamini. Tom?
Good afternoon, everyone. Tom Salamini here. I'm very proud to present the Service to Youth Award for New York State. This gentleman is a coach in the Schenectady area. He runs many tournaments for juniors in that area and gets about 50 kids to junior gold besides coaching those kids. As far as the state level goes, he's our Region 7 tournament manager, also our youth leader advisor. He also runs our souvenir table at the state team, Pepsi, and other functions. At this time, I'd like to congratulate Stephen Fawcett for a wonderful job he's done. Congratulations, Steve, on your award.
Feel free, ladies and gentlemen, to use the emojis at the bottom. We love the thumbs up and we love the claps and all that. And congratulations to Steve. Now, because we haven't had a meeting in a while and because this is virtual, we're catching up on some things. So the next two inductees will be from 2019, and then we'll get into the 2020 ones. So for the Hall of Fame Meritorious Service from 2019, the presenter, Tim Morley. Tim?
Hi, everyone. I'm Tim Morley from the Rochester USBC Board of Directors, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to Kevin Martin as he's being inducted into the New York State Hall of Fame for Meritorious Service. A few quick things about Kevin. He was a member of the Greater Rochester Bowling Proprietors Association from 1980 to 2007. From 1981 to 1997, he took squads to the state tournament. There were never less than 40 bowlers, and in Plattsburgh, he took an amazing amount of 110 bowlers. For several years, Kevin has worked with various charity organizations, including ARC, Camp SOAR, and many others to help them raise needed funds. He has donated much of his time and lineage to the development of local high school bowling teams as owner of Parkview Bowl. Some special honors include 3 city tournament titles and a third-place finish in the 1985 New York State Doubles Tournament. In 2014, Kevin ran a memorial tournament for local Hall of Famer Dave Sackett for bowlers 60 and over. It was such a success that State Hall of Famer Tommy Kress has turned it into a monthly event in Western New York. Kevin is an avid bowler who bowls 4 to 5 times per week. He has a high game of 300, high series of 778, and a high average of 203. Kevin is a member of the Rochester Bowling Hall of Fame, and now he can add the State Hall of Fame to his impressive resume. With that, I present to you my friend, Kevin Martin.
Hello, my name's Kevin Martin. I'm from Rochester, New York, and I would want to take this time, hopefully I'm brief. I want to thank New York State USBC for considering me for induction into the Hall of Fame. It's a great honor. I'm very humbled. I also want to congratulate my fellow inductees. I know it's a great accomplishment on all their behalves, and especially fellow Rochesterian, Jerry Brunette Jr. I remember him when he was only 14 years old and chasing pins for me. Also, I want to give a personal thanks to Tim Morley for nominating me and seeing me through the process of being able to get inducted into the Hall of Fame. Also, I want to thank my partner, Patricia Ridge, who has put up with me for the last 30 years and has helped me sustain all my endeavors in the bowling industry. Also, my family, my mother, who was a great bowler and got me into bowling, my sister, Kathy, and then my brothers, Keith and Connie, who help out in the business that I am in. Also, we took over a bowling alley, Parkview Bowl, 40 years ago, and that kind of helped me along these endeavors of working with bowlers, helping bowlers, and being more entrenched into the bowling industry. As anybody knows, you just don't get into this industry without some help. And I would like to thank four of my biggest mentors, and that would be Marcel Fournier and Bill Fortino, Frank Formicola, and Larry Brondo. And also at the state level, people that I have worked with and have helped me along the way, those being Mike Pettinella and Roger Buckman, Tim Morley, and Mike Callan. I am deeply honored to be a part of the Hall of Fame. As anybody knows, we don't start out looking for notoriety. A lot of times it's kind of forced on you. And I was brought up in the bowling industry, and I have a great appreciation for the bowling industry. I've met many people, many wonderful people, great people, lifelong friends. In this industry, I bowled with somebody 40 years ago and subsequently lost touch with them, and then all of a sudden reappear magically in a tournament. I mean, bowling creates friends. A lot of them turn out to be lifelong friends. Bowling to me is just not a business, it's a passion. I greatly enjoy teaching, I greatly enjoy the camaraderie, and I greatly enjoy meeting new people. In my particular center, we don't have automatic scorers, we have paper and pencil. And this gives me a great opportunity to teach people bowling and how to score, which otherwise they wouldn't. Real briefly, I was a coach with the Empire State Games for about 8 years and had the honor of coaching and managing bowlers such as Pat Donahue and Tracy Spanitz and Gina Redding, all great bowlers in their own right and in Rochester. I also coached high school, which was a great experience for me working and teaching bowling. Along with my fellow New York State Hall of Famer, Tommy Kress. We saw a void 6 years ago in the Rochester area to create a tournament for 60 and over, a scratch tournament. And in this 5 years, it has progressed from 20 to 25 bowlers up to 70 bowlers at times. And we reached Syracuse and Auburn and Buffalo and Rochester area. And it creates, there again, camaraderie with fellow bowlers that we have grown up with and known. The hardest part of this industry was the COVID that we experienced the last year and a half. And that was devastating to a lot of businesses and myself too. We missed a lot of people and a lot of people passed away. But it's coming back. Bowling to me is a social interaction. It's a way of life. It's a business last to me. And I just enjoy bowling so much, and I'm very honored by this presentation of Meritorious Service, which nobody starts out to be in the Meritorious Service. It just happens. And again, I thank New York State and the New York State Board and the bowling industry. Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Kevin and, of course, Stephen, too, Fawcett, off the top. We have another Meritorious Service Award to give away here or talk about here in just a moment. But, of course, we could not go without having a joke. I wish Cece was here jumping on to do one of her famous jokes. But in light of that, I like to add some levity to things. So really quickly, Kevin just touched on it in his speech, COVID. We had to deal with COVID. And the challenge was Dr. Fauci and all those doctors said, wash your hands and keep your hands away from your face. Well, how do you do that? I think both Liz and Frank Wilkerson have the answer to that. Just have a glass of wine in each hand. Was there a lot of groaning? I didn't see any thumbs up. I didn't see any claps for that one. Let's move right on. Hall of Fame, Meritorious Service. Jennifer Close will present for Rosa Mora. Jennifer?
Good afternoon. Thank you all for taking the time to listen in today. First, I would like to congratulate all the other inductees. You've been waiting quite a while to be recognized for this great accomplishment, so I hope you all relish in this moment. I am here today to introduce a woman who has over 50 years of sanctioned bowling under her belt. With a top average of 210, multiple Syracuse Bowling Association titles and league titles, a 1992 New York State Championship team title in the Open Division, a member of the 301 Club, with her high game of a perfect 300 and a hole-in-one to boot. We all know golf and bowling go together like honey and bees. And her greatest accomplishment being the best mother and nana to myself and her 2 other children and her 5 grandchildren. She is well known amongst our bowling community for not only her prestigious bowling, but more so for her generous heart. She does not let anyone's accomplishments go unnoticed, putting together her fine engraving work on a plaque for anyone who shoots their first award score of 300 or 800. More times than not, she surprises them with this gift, but quickly became known for these plaques as everyone would share their excitement once receiving them. These plaques are in homes all across New York State, as she has befriended women from all reaches during her 40-plus years competing in state events. She is loved and respected by many and is truly deserving of this honor. Please join me in congratulating my mother, Rosa Moro, for her induction into the New York State Bowling Hall of Fame, class of 2021.
I am truly honored and humbled to be inducted into the class of 2021 New York State Bowling Hall of Fame. My sincere thank you to the board members of the New York State Bowling Association for feeling me worthy of this prestigious award. A special thank you to 2 lifelong friends, Joanne LaTulip and Jan Moro, and anyone who played a part to make this happen. Researching 50 years could not have been an easy task. There is no more rewarding or better feeling than to earn the love and respect of your peers. With that said, I would like to congratulate all of the 2021 inductees, as well as past inductees that represent an elite group with whom I have the utmost honor to be a part of. Yes, I have been a member of the Syracuse Bowling Association for over 50 fast-moving years, participating in many leagues and tournaments. I have been lucky to share many championships with some great and talented bowling friends, and I want to thank them all for making me look good. This is what the game does. It gives you lasting memories and forever friends. Some days I sit and think of the fun times and crazy stories this game has given me. I have been privileged to bowl with many awesome bowlers and past State Hall of Fame members, especially my idol Frida Gates and Jeanette Adams, with whom we share many Classic League titles, as well as Roseanne DeFloria, with whom I share a 1992 New York State Team Championship. We have shared so many stories and good times because of bowling. Bowling in New York State tournaments for over 40 years has given me the opportunity to meet so many non-local talented women bowling friends as well, with whom have also left me many fond and fun memories. Being in the bowling pro shop business for over 40 years has given me the opportunity to serve my fellow bowlers and friends with special awards, recognizing their lifetime achievements. But be it young or old, handing them their first 300 or 800 award plaque, especially when least expected, and seeing their faces light up has always been more rewarding to me than them. Before I close, I would like to acknowledge my 3 children, favorite son and ball driller, Pete Moro, an excellent bowler with over 60 sanction award scores, non-bowling daughter, Annie Moro Fortino, who chose dancing over bowling, and the baby of the family, Jennifer Crino Close, who I am proud to say led the family in Syracuse Women's Bowling Association this past season with a .231 league average. Jen keeps me motivated in the game as we compete in the Monday night Greater Syracuse Travel League. This being an original men's league in existence for over 80 plus years. The fact that Jen and I are recipients of the Al Butler Sportsmanship Award is a very meaningful and proud honor. I am also so very proud of our distinct honor of being one of a few mother-daughter inductees into our local association Hall of Fame. An honor we also share with her dad, Joseph Crino, who was inducted into the Men's Syracuse Bowling Association Hall of Fame in 2006. Sadly missed, Joe left us much too soon at the age of 67 in 2012. Joe Crino was the owner of Crino & Kelly Bowlers Pro Shop, as well as Crino's Bowlmore Lanes, proudly serving the Syracuse and surrounding areas for over 40 years, where he dedicated so much of his life to the sport of bowling. So I've always said to my children, when you take a job, make sure you love it. While being in the bowling business for so many years has given me the opportunity to meet so many good people in this world, many who are long-lasting friends who have made my daily job not so much a job. I would like to end with a special quote from Maya Angelou. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And for this, I am truly grateful and blessed. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And like I always say, I am blessed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Outstanding speech. Thank you so much, and congratulations. During this COVID time, we were talking about COVID, and, we didn't get to see our family, our friends. We weren't able to hang out with anybody. A couple of grandmothers were talking about COVID. They were talking about social distancing. And the one grandmother said to the other grandmother, my grandkids are so good at social distancing, they don't even call me. Let's move on to Superior Performance from 2019. Our presenter is Beth O'Brien. Beth?
Good afternoon. I am honored and proud to present George H. Barnes for induction into the New York State Bowling Hall of Fame for superior performance as part of the class of 2020. George has been a member of ABC USBC for 67 years. He is a true gentleman and is well known for his sportsmanship on and off the lanes. Over the years, George has participated in many local, state, and national tournaments and events. He was elected as a Greater Buffalo USBC director in 2011 and has been a volunteer since the merger in 2005. George joined the Buffalo Bowling Association board as a director in 2003. In 2010, he was inducted into the Greater Buffalo USBC Hall of Fame. George has created many memories and long-lasting friendships throughout his years in bowling. I am proud now to induct George into the New York State Hall of Fame.
Seems like we're getting some buffering going on. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to move on to the next Meritorious service. Actually, we're going to move to Meritorious service for 2020. We're into the 2020 inductions now. And to do that, Meritorious service presenter for the first category will be Roger Buckman. Roger?
I'm pleased to present Dennis O'Donnell for Meritorious service category to the New York State USBC Hall of Fame class of 2021. Dennis resides in Auburn, New York, is currently the New York State Sergeant at Arms. He's held that position since 2015. He's also been a past New York State USBC director from 2010 to 2015 and served on the Empire State USBC as a director from 2009 to 2011. Dennis has served on numerous committees for the New York State USBC. Currently, he's on New York State USBC Finance. He's a chairperson of the Awards Committee. He serves with the Tournament Committee, and he's also a member of the Conflict Resolution Team. In the past, Dennis has been the nominating chair for New York State USBC. He's continually served on the Finance Committee, the Yes Committee, the Awards Committee, Problem Resolution Team, New York State USBC Pathways, and also as a member of the Empire State USBC Budget and Finance Committee. Dennis was nominated by his daughter, Beckie, Dennis not only has been a great member of the board of directors in a service capacity, but he's also a good kegler in his own right. Dennis owns 8 800 series and 17 300 games. Dennis, congratulations. You're forever enshrined in New York State USBC Hall of Fame class of 2021.
I have had the pleasure of working with Dennis several years on the New York State USBC board. Well-deserved honor, and congratulations, Dennis. You will be missed for not running the awards committee next year, but we do hope that you'll continue to be a part of everything that we do, and certainly thank you for your contribution to bowling. Anybody have a young person at home, young adult? You know, it was really rough for them during COVID too, because you know, they couldn't go out to the clubs and the bars and all the things that they like to do. I can just imagine, you know, how they're always texting their conversations back and forth with their friends. I can just imagine how one of them went. They're texting a friend and they're typing away and they're saying, yeah, I got something going on tonight. I think I'll hit the couch about 9 o'clock. I'm waiting. Let's move right on to the next Meritorious service for 2020. Our presenter, Randy Snyder. Randy?
I'm very pleased to present Barbara Rake for induction to the 2021 class of the New York State USBC Hall of Fame for meritorious service. Barb started bowling when she was 8 years old and has continued for the past 70 plus years. She has participated in the women's national and New York State tournaments for 35 years. Barb is being inducted for her service to bowling, which has been long. She was on the local WBA board of directors for 24 years and with numerous officer and committee assignments. She was honored to be inducted in the BJC&E WBA Hall of Fame as the 50th member in 2006. Then she served on the committee that merged the women's, men's, and youth associations into the Southern Tier USBC. She's been a member of the national and New York State 600 and 500 clubs for over 20 years, and at the New York State level, she also served as chairman and sergeant at arms. Barb has served as the director and sergeant at arms in the Southern Tier USBC since it was formed in 2008. Congratulations, Barb. You're forever enshrined in the New York State USBC Hall of Fame for meritorious service.
Congratulations, Barb. It amazes me that every year we say to ourselves when we're done with the awards committee and we talk as a board, how incredible a class that we have. It just seems getting better and better every year. We're down to our last couple of presentations for this time here. For the 2020 Hall of Fame Superior Performance, Roger Buckman's making that presentation. Roger?
At this time, I'm pleased to present Jerry Brunette Jr. as a New York State USBC inductee in the category of Superior Performance. Jerry comes from Rochester, New York, and has many career accomplishments in the game of bowling. He's had well over 60 300 games, 40 800 series, well over 50 singles titles all over the country and Canada. He's had 3 Rochester, New York Masters titles, a New York State Masters title, and he's also been awarded a crystal pin for a 300/836 series bowling on a sport pattern. Quite a list of accomplishments Jerry's accrued through his career. Jerry was nominated by his wife, Lisa. Jerry is from Florida, and congratulations, Jerry, on your induction into the 2021 New York State USBC Hall of Fame. Forever enshrined.
Congratulations, Jerry. I've known Jerry for quite a long time, watched him in many of our Rochester USBC tournaments, and before that, even the ABC tournaments where he got a lot of his awards. And congratulations, Jerry. It's a well-deserved honor. We're getting ready to wrap up. We have our last presentation in a moment. One of the things about COVID that really was a struggle, in addition to not being able to see our family and not being able to get out and do stuff, was some of our personal care stuff. ladies, even some of you guys, you know what I'm talking about, going to the nail salon, going to the hair salon, maybe the waxing center. You couldn't do any of those things. And I got to tell you, it was pretty ugly for a while. The last category, Hall of Fame, Superior Performance for 2020. Our last presenter of the day, Randy Snyder. Randy?
I'm very pleased to present Beckie Ripic for induction to the 2021 class of New York State USBC Hall of Fame for superior performance. Beckie's been bowling in adult leagues since 1992. During that time, she's achieved 2 800 series, 8 300 games, and numerous 11 Moro games. She was named Southern Tier USBC Bowler of the Year 3 consecutive years and twice had the high average for Southern Tier for women. She was part of 2 different 2-man, 1-women trios who rolled the high national USBC series. This year, she bowled in her 25th consecutive USBC Women's Championship, and she'll be a member of the Southern Tier USBC Hall of Fame since 2007. Besides her on-lane accomplishments, she's a Southern Tier USBC president and also co-owner with her husband, Jeff, of Ripic's Carousel Lanes in Binghamton. She's also now serving as a director in the 600 Club. Congratulations, Beckie. You are forever enshrined in the New York State USBC Hall of Fame for superior performance.
Well, folks, that's it. Congratulations to all of our inductees. Much deserved. Sorry for the long wait, but due to the circumstances, we did the best we could. Barry, thank you for your MCing of the award ceremony. Good job as always. Looking forward to seeing you do it again live at some point. And thank you for attending. See you all soon. Ciao.